workout today. We are going to do intervals of 40 seconds of work and 20 seconds of rest. 10 exercises to do. We'll go 1 through 10, take a little break, and then we'll do that again. But first, we'll start you off with a nice warm up here. We'll start off taking same arm, same leg out. And we'll have options through the workout today. So we can do a lot of these moves seated, or you can come to a standing position. So you're just going to find what works best for you today. If I'm moving a little too fast or working for a little too long, then you just take that break when you need to, okay? Let's start reaching that arm up above the head, reaching up. We have a little twist across the body here as we do this. Warming up that torso. A little bit of that core, a little bit of your back. Let's twist across now. Good job. Last 4, 3, 2. We'll step it back to the front. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So this time we're switching opposite arm, opposite leg as we're reaching forward, tapping our heels to the ground. Remember, this can all be seated as well. Reach up. Slight twist through the torso, through the shoulders. Last 4, 3, 2. Reach across the body. Big twist now. Doing what feels comfortable to you. Coming back to the top, same arm, same leg. Tapping those heels to the ground, you got it. Switching to those reaches above the head, reach up. Nice job, you got it. Tapping your heels to the front. Get ready to finish off that cross body. Reach across. Last 4, 3, 2. Right leg is going to step out and in. Good. Trying to move the arm at the same time. Left side. Left. Going for that lateral movement now. Back to your right. Good. Other way. Now a little bit faster. Just giving our toes a nice light tap to the side. If you can, both legs at the same time. If you're standing, you're doing jacks. So we can do one arm or both at the same time. Keep it going. Out and in. Out and in. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to our side step here. One leg. Other side. Let's do that again. Try to move your knee as wide as you can. Open up through the hips. Other side. Try to turn your head with it. Now right and left a little bit quicker. Try to follow your hands side to side. Again, if you need to move a little bit slower as you track your hand, you can move slower. Good job. Last 4, 3, 2, both sides if you can, out in. Get nice and wide here. Big motions. Open up. Good work. Now as we continue through the rest of this workout, you take a break when you need to. Take those modifications where you need to, and do what feels best for you today. Let's go ahead and march it out right here. Nice and easy march. Start to focus into that breath a little bit more. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale and exhale. Let's go ahead and rest the legs here. We're going to take the arms up above the head for our big inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Up and down. So again, our intervals of work are going to be 40 seconds. Then we will rest for 20 seconds. I'm going to have a timer going to help us count our way through. So you will hear that come through. If you want to, you can keep these movements just body weight, or if you have a couple small dumbbells around, or you could use a couple cans of soup or a couple water bottles, that can work just fine as well. So again, you can use body weight. If you have dumbbells, that's great. Let's use some light dumbbells or small cans of soup or water bottles. We will start with our first movement. I'm going to give you a couple different options. So we have a chair stand, setting our feet about hip width apart here for this first round, standing up and out of our chair and down. So I'm going to set our timer. We have a 10-second countdown before it starts. Your option to stay in the chair for alternating leg extensions. All right, we have 40 seconds of work. Here we go. If you have a chair with arms, we can always use a little bit of support from the arms of the chair to get us out and then control slowly back in. If you're staying seated, alternating leg extensions. There's the option to even do standing leg extensions. We can hang on to the back of the chair for balance if we want to try that back here. Those leg extensions might feel better than the squats. All right, go ahead and rest. We have 20 seconds to breathe. Inhale and exhale. Hopefully you were breathing during the 40 seconds as well. But focused breathing here for 20 seconds. Our next move, we can grab our weights, or this is just body weight. You can do your arms up here in this pec fly. So we open up nice and wide, and then we squeeze together in the front. And I want you to think about both parts of this movement. As we open up through the chest, we flex through the back, and then bring the elbows together to flex through the chest. Open and close. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and set your weights to the ground. Again, focus on your recovery here during your 20 seconds. Our next move, alternating tandem chair stands. Or if we are staying seated, I want you to point and flex. Point and flex. So 2 options here, seated, point and flex, or alternating tandem stance. Working on chair. Drive through the heels as you stand up. You can stay seated and try some tandem alternating switches here. Time. Let's rest for 20 seconds. We're coming to a back fly. So we can use our weights or just body weight. I'm going to show you this one with body weight. We're going to lean just a tiny bit forward. If you feel better just staying upright, you can stay upright. But we're going to fly out here. This one might feel a little bit better in the chair to stay seated. You have a little bit of support of your body weight as you're slightly leaning forward. Again, if you would rather stay in an upright position, you can stay upright, focusing on that squeeze through the upper back. You have 10 more seconds of work. All right, resting for your 20. All right, got to blow my group. Next move, we're going to go wide and narrow. Wide and narrow. Again, this can be seated or standing. Here we go. As we're seated, we can do both legs. We can do one at a time. Standing, same option. One at a time. Both arms. If you're feeling good, maybe you're going to try some jacks. Out and in at your own pace. Last 15 seconds to go. Remember all of your options. Opening up that body nice and wide. Last 5 seconds. Rest. Our next move, we have BWs. We're going to take our hands up in this V position, drive our elbows down to a W, activating your back. Here we go for 40 seconds. Create a nice V. I want straight lines. Create a nice W, driving elbows into your sides. Exhale on that pull down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Good job. Stay seated nice and tall here. Activate your back. Check your posture. 5 seconds. Go ahead and rest. Maybe you do a couple shoulder rolls to loosen up. That was exercise number 6 of 10. We got a few more to go through before we take a nice break. In 5 seconds, we have ham curls. As you do this one, I want you to try to tuck your leg underneath the chair. So as you take your heel towards your butt or towards the bottom side of the chair, you activate the hamstrings. Now we can do standing ham curls as well. Try to take your heel as close to your booty as you can. Nice work. 10 seconds to go. Last 5. All right, you're resting here. Hopefully that one got your heart rate up just a little bit. Your next one, we have a single arm row. We're going to take one dumbbell to the side, slide it right up as you take your elbow high. All right, you're working for the next 20 seconds here on this side, and then we'll switch right over to the other one. Again, we're seated tall. Elbows high as we row our weight up next to the side. If you don't have a weight, just slide it right up. Go ahead and switch sides. slide right up the side of your body. When you are not using weight, just think about the motion and the muscle that you're working. So we have that deltoid right on top of the shoulder working here as we lift that dumbbell up or your hand up. You're resting for the next 15 seconds. We have some hip openers. So we're going to take one leg out in front of us. Keep it straight. Just one leg to start. If you're standing, we can go side or lateral leg lifts. We'll switch halfway through, so we're almost there. Switch sides. Out and in. You got it. Feel this movement through your outer hip and glutes. We need to keep those nice and strong to support us while we're walking and moving around, to catch us when there's something in the way. Rest for 20. We have our final move. Seated heel slides. If you want an option standing, you can hang on to the back of your chair, alternating back kicks. So we can go standing right here. We're working for 40 seconds. Or if you want to stay in your chair, heel slides. So heel digs into the ground as we slide our foot back. Again, another hamstring movement here in the chair. If you're standing, you're going to feel a little bit more of your glutes firing as you do that leg lift. Last 3, 2, 1. All right, we have just over a minute to rest now. I want you to focus on your deep breaths in through your nose, exhale through your mouth, in and out, in and out. 1 full minute left of rest. You can grab a drink. Maybe you need to do a little movement, range of motion through your upper body. Do a few stretches through your lower body. Again, you are doing what feels good to you right now. Maybe that's finding a nice comfy seat in your chair, resting back, so we can start back nice and strong for our next round. Same 10 moves. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. All right, get ready to go. In 20 seconds, we start with move number 1, which is our chair stand or leg extension. So set your feet about hip width apart, or if you're doing leg extensions, we'll be kicking out. Get ready for chair stands in 3, 2, 1. Stand up nice and tall, and then back down. Pushing through your heels as you stand up, trying to keep your chest lifted as you come up out of that chair and back down. Keep your core nice and strong here. We have 10 seconds left. As you pull your core in, you make your body a little bit lighter to sit down into that chair and come back out. And we rest. Move number 2 is our pec fly. So our elbows are at 90 degrees here as we're seated. You can do this standing as well. Adding those weights or cans of soup if you want to. We fly open and close. Trying trying to keep your elbows up at shoulder level. I know sometimes that's not super comfortable on the shoulder, so if we need to keep it down lower, we can keep it down. That's okay. Good. I want that movement to come through the shoulders. You're trying to draw a nice line from the front to the side here. Go ahead and rest. We have 20 seconds. Coming back down to our lower body, alternating tandem chair stance, or we have our point and flexes through that seated position. Here we go. 20 seconds or 40 seconds of work. Good. Point and flex. Point and flex, or tandem chair stance. We have that single leg work here as we come up and out of the chair. Maybe both legs is working better for you. Or we have that point and flex here, making our calves and shins nice and strong so we can lift our toes as we're walking. And now we get to rest. Back flies are coming next. This is where we have the option to just slightly lean forward. I like to create a little bit of support by taking one leg forward, sit up nice and tall, draw in the abs, back fly. Maybe it's better for you to try one arm at a time, or to take that weight out of the movement if you chose to use your cans of soup. Activate through that mid-back. If you don't want to lean forward, we can stay nice and tall as well, still squeezing through the shoulder blades. Last 3, 2, 1, resting for 20. All right, for our next one, we're going wide and narrow in the chair or standing. Find your option. Use your core to control this movement here in the chair. If you want to come standing, keep soft through the knees. You can try both legs at the same time if that feels good for you to do. And if not, let's stay away from that move and take these other options. 10 seconds to go. Let's go ahead and rest for our 20 seconds. Every time we have this 20 seconds to rest, focus on your breathing in through the nose and out. We'll start back in 10 seconds. We have a V, W coming next. Create those nice straight lines in that V for me. 40 seconds, here we go. V position. Drive your elbows down for that W. Stay nice and strong for me as we finish up here. We have our last 4 moves to do after this. And then we'll give you guys a good rest again and start that cool down. Last 5 seconds. Focus in. 2, 1. All right, 4 moves left. We have our seated hand curl in the chair. You're going to take your heels towards the bottom side of that chair. If you want to come to a standing position, right here. Here we go. Now you can keep this as stationary as you need to. Again, whether that's in the chair or we're standing, if you need to add a little bit more, you come up onto the toes. Now I know that's not going to work for everyone, so you pick your option today that works for you. We have 5 seconds left. And we rest. Single arm row, up and down in 10 seconds. Check into your posture. Shoulders are back, chest is tall, belly drawn in. Rowing that dumbbell right up your side. Remember, we're going to switch arms halfway through. Switch it up. Good. Stay seated tall as we switched over to this other side. 3, 2, 1. 2 moves left. Hip openers. Seated or standing. We'll do alternating this time. Here we go. Try to keep your legs straight as they come out to the side. Remember, we can do our standing options here, alternating one at a time. If we need a little bit of assistance with your chair, we can just have a light grip on the chair as we lift our legs side to side, activating outer hips and glutes. Try to keep your toes flexed. Okay, rest. Last move. We're almost there. Heel slides in the chair or back kicks here in our standing position. Your last 40 seconds before we get to cool it down. If you're in the chair, heel slides, take your foot out, slide it in. Find that resistance underneath your feet as you drive your heel into the floor and slide it back. 10 seconds to go. Stay strong. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. I'll let you take a little rest here before we cool down. So recover with those deep breaths, please. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Fill that belly with air. Inhale and exhale. Give me one more. In and out. Let's reach up above the head. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Inhale up and exhale. Clasp those hands at the top on your next one. If you can, drive your palms to the ceiling here for a tall stretch through the whole body. You'll feel that pull through the back of your shoulders, through your back, and down your side as we lean over here. If you need to take one arm down, we can take an arm down. We're going to inhale all the way up and over to the other side. If you're still clasped together, we can stay clasped together. Come back to center and we go for a shoulder roll. So big shoulder roll, taking your shoulders up next to your ears, rolling them back and down. Continue with deep breaths as you move through this. Rotate to one side, holding here. You can open up the arms to the side if you want to. Inhale to center, rotate the other way. Do that again. Inhale, rotate. Inhale, turn the other way. Let's reach down one leg here. Big hamstring stretch. Try to keep length through your spine as you lean forward. Trying not to create that C shape in the spine here. Find that stretch through the back of your leg. And then we'll go for a hip stretch. So we can cross at the ankles, or if you're able, bring your ankle up to your knee. We sit up tall again. Find length through your spine and lean forward. If we're down here at the ankle, we can go down to the ankle. Let's switch to the other side. Hamstring stretch. Find length through your spine, then lean forward with an exhale. Breathe through as you hold this position. Find that hip stretch as we cross at the ankle and lean forward, or cross at the knee and lean forward. I hope you're all feeling good as we're finishing up here. It's always nice to keep our bodies moving as best as we can. So thank you for joining me today. Getting a little movement in. Let's take a final deep breath in through the nose and exhale. Feel free to continue any more stretching or breathing that you need. And we'll see you guys around. Thank you.